Hey guys, welcome. I am going live. I'm trying to figure out how this works here, but today is the launch of Letters of Legacy, the Reclaiming the Past and Writing the Future. This book was the second book I've written, second one with Jess at Indigo House of Indigo Publishing. There's 14 of us writing from a very vulnerable place. And I knew when Jess came to me and said, "Hey, I'm writing this book," I just got this overwhelming, I have to do this. I didn't want to do it. I'll be honest. I don't see myself as a writer, so I didn't really want to do this. But I knew that it was something that I was being urged to do. My spirit team was saying, "Yep, you're going to do this." And I was like, "No, I don't want to." But I'm so glad I did. It's truly a representation of co-creation for me. So Goddess Kali came in. She's like, "Here's what we're going to write." Honestly, I signed up. I said yes. We were going through the process and I had no idea what I was going to write. I was waiting to figure that out. I didn't want to go where I ended up going. So I was really hesitant to even start writing. I thought I would be writing something. I had no idea, honestly. I'll just leave it at that. I had no idea what I was to write on. But I knew that this was the thing I was supposed to do. And it was, I'm like telling my husband, I'm like, there's no I don't know the details yet, but I really feel like I need to do this. And he's like, okay. Kind of looking at me with that side eye, like, whatever, that's just craziness. I don't know what the point of all this is, but okay. But I will tell you, I wrote this book, I wrote my chapter. I did not write the book. There's 14 of us in the book. I wrote my chapter. I started it, I think, 3 to 4 times with the intention of this is what I was writing on. And it was clearly not what I was supposed to write on. So then I have to wait a week or 2 and figure out the next attempt. But where I ended up landing is the lies that we tell ourselves due to the mother wounds. I say I landed. Colleen just made it very clear. She wanted to address the lies that women tell themselves. The lie of people pleasing, the lie of not being lovable. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more lies that she wants me to start addressing, but these are lies that you can trace back to mother wounds, like people pleasing. If it was safe in your house to always be doing and providing and showing and contributing, then you learned that effort was what gave you safety, security, love. The things that we don't necessarily have to do, but we learn them. Like, it's very hard for a lot of women to just sit down and say, I don't have to do anything today. It's okay for me to rest. For years, I sat with it's only okay if I've done enough, if I've caught up this and I've caught up that and everything else, then I can sit. Then I've earned my right to relax. And that's a lie. We don't have to do for everyone else in order to have value, worth, love, show value. But we're still stuck doing that. A lot of us are stuck doing that. That's what this Letters of Legacy for me, my chapter is, how do we take those wounds, those lies, and turn them around, acknowledge them, acknowledge that they're a lie, turn them around and help them to become our strength. And see, the thing is, when we've always been in people pleasing mode, our strength from that is that when we allow people to figure out their own, and we can be their biggest cheerleaders without always being the problem solver. I mean, we can give advice, we can support, but when you move out of it's my job to solve their issues or make everyone happy, your strength becomes a quiet, peaceful resilience that others can count on. They don't have to worry that you're going to go off on them in a way, because if you're in people pleasing mode all the time, they bring you an issue. They want to talk to you. Well, I got to go solve this. I got to go make it all better. I got to make everyone happy. I can't just sit here and listen. Okay. I can't just be a sounding board for them. But when we turn that into a superpower, we can become a sounding board for others. We can support, we can watch, we can help others identify the fact that that's people pleasing mode. And that's not serving either party in that situation. So anyways, I want you to, if you want, I'd love for you to go get Letters of Legacy. It's on Amazon. We have special pricing. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm trying to tell you this. There's 14 of us that opened up to a very vulnerable state and wrote what we needed to write based on the energy of this book. And I know for me, it was a co-creation with Kali, co-creation with other spirit team leaders for me. And this is now, and what I really am excited about, not only is the book already hitting great numbers and bestsellers and all of that, that's great. But what I'm really excited about is this is solidifying in me, in my spirit, that my mission is to help other women see these lies, to work their way out of them. And we can become like on the outside, and this is like the thing, okay? On the outside, we can be high achieving, have it all together, look like we are killing it based on standards of the world. And inside, we can feel a complete wreck, questioning ourselves. Did I do enough? Am I doing too much? What do I need to go do tomorrow? What do I need to do? Oh my gosh, I forgot to do something for that person. They're going to hate me. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, they had a bad day, but they're not talking to me. Is that my issue? These are all the lies that women repeat internally, while out externally, we can be calm. I mean, high achieving CEOs, COO, having it together. Let's just put it that way. Having it together to the world. And inside, we feel just completely a wreck. It's time to make our insides the peaceful place. And if the outside gets a little bit chaotic, it's okay, because we can go internal and have that peace. That's, I remember many, many times before even this journey for myself, this finding out the lies I've been telling myself, tapping into my spiritual connections. Everyone's like, you're always so calm. You're always just like, don't get disturbed. I had people tell me that, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know what is going on inside? I haven't slept. I'm a mess. I'm questioning everything. And internally, I was in these spirals of doing all this stuff, earning, doing effort, more effort, not enough effort, too much effort. I didn't know what I was doing. And there was no alignment to what I was supposed to be doing and allowing other people to do. Like internally, it felt like the world was my responsibility. And if I didn't control it, um, if I didn't do everything, my external world would completely fall apart. And not only my external world, I mean, I was used to this again from the mother wounds, that other people's external worlds would fall apart if I was not holding it all together. And it was never mine to hold together. That's the key. And I want to, it's really coming back to this remembrance that we are amazingly worthy because we are. And we can put a period there because so many of us, and I wrote about this in the other book, but so many of us want to continue. I am worthy because, when, if, all of these things. And when we get to that place where you know that you are worthy because you are. And I'm getting nudged because this is this is a very important part of the co-creation with Kali in my chapter. So many times with mother wounds, we can stay in this victim, like this happened to me. This was my upbringing. This was all the things that make me why I am and are excuses for why I am and all of that. And this one's hard, so you hear my voice breaking and all of that. But if you go back and you look at how life works before we're born, this is a new concept for a lot of people probably, but as souls, we choose to inhabit a body with a life path that we can already kind of see. Yes, we have options. We don't have to follow everything, but you kind of get a glimpse of this pre coming down. I love the Disney movie Soul, and it talks about this. Well, what if you're looking down and do I choose this path or do I choose that or do I wait, or what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this lifetime? So here's the thing. And this is the empowerment is you chose your mom. And I know that can feel like, why the hell did I do that? And I talk about that, okay? It's in the chapter. I don't know why you chose your mom. I don't know what your lessons are. But when we move out of I'm a victim of her and she did, and we move into I chose this, why? What did I learn? How did I get stronger? How did I come here to learn, to do, and to empower others through this experience? That switches things. I mean, it does, because I am no longer the victim of her. I chose her so that I could become stronger. Yeah, there's still things, there's still wounds, there's still things that we don't like. And I get that. But we are stronger because we chose this path. What was your reason for choosing that? I'm going to put it's in the thing, but I actually have a meditation that walks you through asking that question. What can you keep? What can you let go of? And why was it me? Why did I choose this? And for me, so I'm getting nudged. I chose it because I'm here now talking about it. I chose it because I wanted the generational curses, abuse, whatever you want to call it, the generational stuff that was carrying over to end. I cannot say, again, that's in the chapter, but as a mother, when you dive into mother wounds as a group, not particular wounds, not individual, this happened and this is how I was wounded, but overall general mother wounds, you can't help but realize that you've also wounded. So as a mother, I have wounded my children. And I hate that. But going back to this same concept, what was it for them that they chose me? What is it they can do to get stronger, to be empowered by the wounds that I created in them? So this isn't a blame game. I want to make that very clear. When I'm talking about mother wounds, and this is what's taken me so long to get there, is I don't want to talk about the actual wound. I don't want to talk about her actions. I don't want to talk about the pain. And I'm not saying we won't talk about that, but I'm saying that's not my focus. I'm not going to highlight how this created a mother wound. I want to highlight how you and me and my children and all the children, daughters especially, who have mother wounds can become stronger instead of weaker by addressing them through the lies that the mother wound has created. So here's the thing. That's my 2026 mission. We're going to talk about remembering and getting stronger and not weaker. And we're going to make this our year. So I would love for you to subscribe, join, reach out, get the meditation. It'll be through email. I'll send the link to you. And let's make 2026 our empowerment year. When we go from wounded to empowered. And again, Letters of Legacy is where it starts. My chapter is called Wounded to Empowered. It's on Amazon today. I'd love for you to get it.